All right, so we're diving into something pretty fascinating today. It's an article called The AI Enhanced Parent.
Interesting title.
Yeah. It's by Jay Poole and 7AI.
7AI.
Yeah, an AI co-author, which is pretty wild.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to be talking about how AI can actually help us parents, make things a bit easier.
Not replace us, though, right?
Exactly. That's a big point they make in the article. It's not about robots taking over parenting.
Okay, good. I was a little worried about that.
No, it's more about AI taking on some of those repetitive tasks, the things that kind of bog us down.
Makes sense.
Like, they talk about AI as a personal assistant, and I have to admit, that really got my attention.
I can see why. Thinking about schedules, meals, all the appointments, it's a lot to keep track of.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Just last week, I double booked my son's soccer practice and my daughter's dentist appointment. Same time, same day.
Oh.
It was a mess.
Yeah, those scheduling nightmares. We've all been there.
And that's where the article talks about things like, Google Assistant or Alexa, those smart assistants that can help keep us organized.
Right, so instead of you trying to remember everything, you can have Alexa remind you, hey, soccer practice in 30 minutes.
Honestly, that would be a lifesaver.
Absolutely. And the article also talks about using AI for meal planning.
Oh, don't even get me started on meal planning.
It can be a real struggle. But they suggest things like ChatGPT and Instacart.
ChatGPT for meals.
Yeah. You can actually tell ChatGPT things like, I need a week of vegetarian dinners that my picky 10-year-old will actually eat. And it'll give you recipes, even a shopping list.
Whoa.
And Instacart, it learns your shopping habits, so it can start suggesting things you might need.
That's pretty impressive.
So AI can really be a game changer for those everyday things that take up so much time and energy.
Absolutely. It's like having a personal assistant, but for parenting. Now, the article goes beyond just the logistics, though.
Oh.
Yeah, they talk about using AI for kids' learning and development, too.
That's interesting. Like what?
Well, think personalized bedtime stories. There are apps like ChatGPT and Storybird that can generate those.
Tailored to your kids' interests.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
I tried something similar with my son, and he was totally into it. He got to choose the characters and the setting, and the AI made this hilarious story. It wasn't just passive screen time. He was really engaged.
That's great. The article also mentions interactive learning apps like Khan Academy Kids. They use AI to personalize the difficulty level based on how the child is doing.
So it adapts to their needs.
Exactly. But, they make a really important point. It's about balance.
Right, not replacing real-world play or anything like that.
Right. They see these AI tools as more of a supplement, a way to add a little extra something to the learning process.
I like that. It makes me think about my own childhood. I wonder how things would have been different with these kinds of tools.
That's an interesting thought. How about our listeners? What do you think? How might AI have changed your early learning?
Yeah, share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Now, the article also gets into a really important area where AI could be particularly helpful. Supporting neurodivergent children.
Oh, that's a crucial topic.
Definitely. Parents of children with autism, ADHD, or other learning differences often face unique challenges, and AI can really help provide personalized support.
I'm really interested to hear more about this.
Me too.
Right.
And it's not just about making things easier for the parents. It's about giving these kids the tools they need to thrive.
Right, exactly. So what kind of AI-powered tools are we talking about here?
Well, they mention AI that can actually generate social stories.
Social stories?
Yeah, they're like short narratives that can help kids navigate social situations that might be tough for them.
Oh, I see. So it's like a way to practice social skills.
Exactly. And they can be customized to the child's specific needs and interests, which makes them more effective than some traditional methods.
That makes a lot of sense. Are there any other examples?
Yeah, they talk about apps like Endless Reader, which are sensory friendly. So they minimize distractions for kids who are easily overstimulated.
That's a great idea.
And then there are AI-powered planners that can help create predictable schedules and routines.
Oh yeah, routine can be so important for some kids.
Absolutely. So all of these tools are really about creating a more supportive and adaptable environment for neurodivergent children.
You put that perfectly. It's all about understanding their individual needs and using AI to personalize the support they receive.
Exactly. But, and they emphasize this in the article, it's crucial to use these tools responsibly and ethically.
Meaning?
Making sure they complement human interaction and professional therapies, not replace them.
Right, of course. We can't forget about the human element.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
We need to be mindful about how we integrate AI into our parenting practices and always make sure it's serving the best interests of the child.
That's a really important point.
It is. Now, I'd love to hear from our listeners who have neurodivergent children. Have you tried any AI-powered tools? What's been your experience?
Yeah, let us know in the comments. We're really curious to hear your perspectives.
All right, so we've talked about AI as a personal assistant and for learning and development. But there's another big area the article delves into, AI's potential to reduce stress for parents.
Oh, that's something I think we could all use a little help with. Parenting can be so overwhelming sometimes.
Seriously. But the idea that AI could help us manage the chaos a bit so we can be more present with our kids, that's pretty appealing.
It is. It's not about handing over the reins completely, but rather about harnessing AI's capabilities to support our own parental instincts and create a more balanced family life.
And just to be crystal clear, we're not talking about replacing parental intuition and love. Those are irreplaceable.
Absolutely. But imagine having AI to assist with all those everyday tasks that tend to drain our energy, like scheduling appointments or even helping older kids with their homework.
Yeah, it's like having an extra pair of hands, freeing us up to focus on those precious moments of connection with our kids.
Exactly. And think about this. What if AI could even help answer those endless why questions from curious toddlers?
Oh my goodness, that would be amazing.
It would free up so much mental bandwidth.
It really makes you think about how parenting is evolving in the age of AI.
Yeah.
There are so many exciting opportunities.
There are, but of course there are potential pitfalls too.
Right. Like what?
Well, we need to be mindful of the ethical implications, ensure privacy and safety, and avoid becoming overly reliant on AI. It's all about finding that balance.
A balancing act indeed. And that's what we'll continue to explore after the break. We'll be back to talk more about this fascinating topic and what it means for the future of families. So before the break, we were getting into how AI might actually help us, find that work-life balance that always seems so elusive as parents.
It's a big one, right? Like, how do we juggle it all?
Exactly. And one of the worries people have is that AI is going to, take over the parent's role.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, are we going to be obsolete?
Right. But this article really emphasizes that's not what these AI tools are about. They're about making us better parents, not replacing us.
More like giving us superpowers.
Exactly. Like imagine having a super organized brain, an extra set of hands, and a personal tutor all in one.
That sounds amazing.
Right. So instead of feeling overwhelmed all the time, we can use AI to manage some of those things. The little things that pile up so we can actually connect with our kids more.
Be more present.
Yes. And the article talks about AI being able to, give us on-demand support when we need it or suggest personalized learning tools for our kids.
Tailored to their needs.
Exactly. But are there any, real-world examples of this happening already?
Oh, absolutely. Tons. There's Speechify, for example. It uses AI to read text aloud. So for kids with dyslexia or visual impairments, it can be a total game changer.
Wow.
And then there's Muse. That's an AI-powered meditation app that can help both parents and kids, manage stress and build emotional resilience.
So it's not just about convenience, but also well-being.
Right. AI can make things easier and less stressful, but also promote mindfulness. It's pretty incredible.
It is. So it really seems like there's a lot of potential for AI to have a positive impact on families.
I think so. The possibilities are huge. But like any tool, we have to use it wisely and ethically.
That's such an important point. So as we're starting to explore this whole AI-enhanced parenting thing, what are some things parents should keep in mind?
Well, first and foremost, AI should never replace human interaction. It's all about finding that balance.
Right. We still need to prioritize quality time with our kids, have those face-to-face conversations, build those strong emotional bonds.
Absolutely. Technology should enhance our lives, not take over completely.
So true.
And we also need to be really careful about privacy and data security, especially when it comes to our kids.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Make sure you're choosing reputable apps and services, companies that you trust. Understand their data collection policies, and be a strong advocate for your child's privacy in the digital world.
It's like we have to be extra cautious in this new landscape.
We do. But it's not all doom and gloom. I think it's important to approach this with curiosity and an open mind. Try new things, see what works for your family.
Experiment a bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Every family is different. Every kid is different. There's no one-size-fits-all solution. But in the end, remember, AI is just a tool. The real key ingredients in good parenting are still you, your love, your guidance, and that unique bond you share with your children.
Couldn't have said it better myself. That's a great reminder that even with all this amazing technology, the human element is still at the heart of it all. As we wrap up our deep dive into AI-enhanced parenting, I'm feeling kind of a mix of, I don't know, excitement and a little bit of awe.
Yeah.
Like, it's mind-blowing to think how AI could really change how we raise our kids.
It's a huge shift, right? And like any big change, I guess it comes with good stuff and some challenges. We just have to, be thoughtful and ethical about it. Always put our kids first.
Totally. And one thing that really stuck with me from the article was how AI can help us be more present with our kids. You're like really there with them.
Yeah, how so?
Well, if AI can take over those boring, time-consuming tasks, it frees us up to focus on what matters. Like connecting with our kids, being creative, and just building those strong family bonds.
I mean, imagine if parents weren't so stressed and overwhelmed all the time. They could actually have the mental space to really listen to their kids, have those deep conversations, and just, enjoy being together.
Right. That's the dream, isn't it? To have AI help us create that space.
It's a beautiful vision, and it's something we should be working towards. But like we talked about before, we got to be aware of the potential downsides, make sure AI is used responsibly and ethically, that it benefits both kids and parents.
Absolutely. So where do we go from here? What should we be thinking about as AI keeps evolving?
We need to be super careful about data privacy, avoid becoming too dependent on technology, and make sure these AI tools are designed with kids' needs in mind, developmentally speaking. But the biggest thing to remember is that AI can never replace human connection, human love. That's what makes families strong. No algorithm can do that.
That's so important to remember. At the end of the day, the future of parenting is in our hands. AI can be this amazing tool,
Yeah.
but we have to use it wisely. Create a world where tech makes things better, not worse.
I agree. It's an ongoing conversation we need to have as a society. As AI keeps getting more advanced, we have to keep asking ourselves, how do we use this power to create a better future for our kids, for all the generations to come?
That's such a powerful question, and I hope our listeners will keep thinking about it long after this deep dive is over. So tell us, what role do you see AI playing in your parenting journey? What are you excited about? What worries you? Let's keep talking about this in the comments below.
It's been a really fascinating discussion. I appreciate you having me.
The pleasure was all mine. And to our listeners, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI-enhanced parenting. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep connecting.